Here is a brief introduction again that I'm product and growth at Fluently, and we are building an English tutor to help people speak English better. And when we launched the product, we actually had, as any early stage startups, we had an issue. We have to attract new users into our product to actually improve the product. So each week we onboarded personally from 10 up to 20 new users into our product, then made product improvements and needed new people again. And we understood that paid marketing channels doesn't work really well for such task because they attract not early adopters, but random users. And we started posting on LinkedIn. So right now on LinkedIn, Fluently has 3 accounts. It's accounts of founders, Stan, Yuri, and my account. And we started LinkedIn in year 2024, so just 1.5 years ago. And in the previous year, we had 60 million organic views and released almost 600 LinkedIn posts. And I did all this process. So actually, I started this alone. Now I have one assistant, and that's all our LinkedIn team. How to think what is the hardest part into this process? It's not actually writing the posts. The hardest part for our content engine, it's actually to find post ideas. So when you have to create 600 posts per year, it's really hard to understand what should be a next post about. When I only started the LinkedIn, I hadn't actually zero LinkedIn experience, the first thing which I started to do is trend watching. So we decided to launch Yuri page. So Yuri, he's the founder of Fluently, and one of the early adopters, one of our hottest segments, user segments at Fluently were startup founders, because non-native startup founders, when they want to pitch something in English or want to sell something in English and struggle because of their English skills, they're losing money. And when they are losing money, not because they're bad sellers or bad founders, but because they just speak English not as well as their native language, they try to think how to actually improve this. And Fluently helped them really well. That's why we decided through Yuri profile to attract such early founders into our product to help them with their English speaking skills. And I started research which actually are there any successful founders who already have great views on LinkedIn and target my potentially interesting audience for me, so the audience of startup founders. I found the first, like 2 years ago, I found from 10 up to 20 profiles and made a quick research what kind of post these guys are making. So I just made screenshots of the most successful posts in terms of like, comments, repost, and so on. As I mentioned, I collected nearly from 10 up to 20 profiles, and I researched hundreds of their posts. And I made screenshots of every the most interesting post for me. And then I tried to divide this post into different segments. So actually, I noticed that some founders, they're posting news. And the news, as you see, gets usually tons of likes. Also, I noticed that some founders share useful materials like their decks, their marketing materials, and so on. I noted that they share some company announcement like investment rounds and so on. And I collected hundreds of examples, and using these examples and using the segmentation, I figure out what actually should we post from the Yuri profile to get attention and to be valuable for our audience. And as I mentioned previously, we are not using AI actually to generate the post because AI generated posts, people feel when the post is AI generated. It's really bad thing for me to generate posts through AI. It's right. It's even for now, it's 70%, or I think up from 70 to 80%, it's manual work. But how do I use it? It's, as I mentioned previously, it's vibe coding. So when you posting on LinkedIn, and as I mentioned previously, I have to create posts for 3 LinkedIn accounts, mine and 2 Fluently founders. Each day I should make this trend watching. I should what other authors post on LinkedIn, what kind of posts they are making, and so on. And I just decided to wipe code my own tool, which will handle this process. So I even can show how does it work. I'm not a programmer, so I just opened a cursor. First of all, actually, I opened Claude and asked him to create for me a PRD for such tool. So I understood that this tool should track the most interesting profiles of authors, which I track into Notion. Yeah, I have a big Notion database where I track all the most interesting profiles at Fluently. And previously, I tracked these profiles manually. So each week, I opened the profiles and just search for the most interesting post for each profile. I decided that it would be a great idea to automate this process. So I opened the Claude, and asked him to generate for me a PRD file, so product requirement document. Then when I made a couple fixes, I just uploaded this product requirement doc into my cursor and asked him to generate a first version of a tool which will track these profiles and find each week, find for me the most viral and interesting posts. And after 1 or 2 weeks of work, I created an MVP. So it's a product like this. It's our internal tool, one of many, which I created with the help of Cursor. Right now, it's track 113 profiles. And each week, I see such stats. It's actually stats of new followers which gain authors who I track. And the most interesting signal for me is to track which author got the highest numbers in terms of new subscribers for the last 4 days. You see, for the last 4 days, for instance, John got the highest this new followers income, and I can easily choose him here and figure out what posts he created during this period of time and how did he grab so much people attention. And I just press one button here and see his the most popular post for this period of time. That's how I'm working. So when I spend like half an hour for trend watching, I generate ideas for my own post. For instance, if I see that post where founders share their decks each time got a lot of attention from users, I come with idea to Fluently founder Yuri and told him like, I saw a couple posts where founders shared their decks and they gone viral. Let's create a post like this with our own deck. It works pretty well. I understood the main thing into content creation. It's not, I compare content creation with learning music. when you are learning the music, you are not like when you're first time opening a piano, you're not playing your own melodies. You actually play melodies of other famous musicians. And the same approach I use in LinkedIn. When I only started LinkedIn, I didn't create a topic for posts from my own head. I just research what other successful authors post on LinkedIn. Then I choose the most interesting categories for me and created my own post, and they gone viral too. That's approach which actually I use. And as I mentioned previously, I don't use AI to generate a post. I use AI to reduce my and my team's manual work here to into this process. Yeah, that was my speech. If you have
Thanks,
any
Nikolai.
questions, free to ask.
That was a really great short lesson on how to amplify our impact. And I'm sure everyone in the audience has been taking massive notes. If you happen to have a LinkedIn post that shares your tools and secrets, please do share it in the chat and your URL link so that people can get in touch with you.
Yeah, sure. And one more thing, also, I will be a speaker on the nearest course, so I will talk more deeply in more details how I make viral content on LinkedIn. It would be part of this AI bootcamp. So if you're interested, not only AI tools, using AI tools and AI agents, but also in viral LinkedIn content creation, feel free to join this course and visit my session there.
So
And
really important,
yeah,
Nikolai.
that's all.
Everybody